Oh boy. Hi everybody. Bit of a different setting tonight. Let's just change that a little bit. It's a weird week for me. I'm on the road. Appreciate you guys coming in. How do I sound? Am I coming in good? We are on F in the chat for the Creed fans. I apologize for coming in late. I had a slight malfunction where the TV that's right here, like right behind where we're at, it kind of didn't mute. I'll try and get like all the NASCAR stuff, memorabilia on the wall up there for you. But yeah, the TV just didn't mute, and I didn't want you guys hearing that. But yeah, we're good on this end. Awesome. So welcome in to the post race for the 2024. This is going to be a mouthful here. Sports Clips Haircut VFW Help a Hero 200 at Darlington. Overall, I'm going to say this. Thought the race was pretty good. It's typical Darlington, but typical Darlington to me is some of the best of NASCAR. You saw guys like Chase Elliott, who at least on my end's on screen right now, have issues. You saw comers and goers. Now we'll talk about the overtime in a moment, but first let's go through kind of the synopsis of this race. And while we're talking about it, while we're talking about the results and we're talking about that, I want you to give me out of 10. 10 being the best race you've ever seen. See some already starting with this. 0 being the worst race you've ever seen, or 1 or whatever being the worst race, whatever you want to do. What did you think of this race? And not just what happened, but the entirety of it. Because we'll talk about the stuff with Sheldon Creed in a moment. We'll lead off with that after we get through the results, letting everyone kind of just flow on in here. But let's get to it. And really quick, let's look at the playoff standings. With 3 races to go in the regular season, points-wise, Creed is 9th. There's 8 winners. Creed is 9th, plus 109. Allmendinger, 10th, plus 105. Kligerman, plus 44 in 11th. Sammy Smith, plus 10. And then the points battle, 14th on down or out of it. Ryan Sieg, minus 10. He is the only one, points-wise, who can point his way in. Seen a lot of 6s, 7s. I see like the beginning was chaotic, rest was a snoozer. I think it's chaotic, yes. But there was a good amount of passing throughout this race. There was a good amount of comers and goers. Like, Austin Hill, for instance, was up to 2nd, fell back to 10th during this. Creed had to bring his way back up through the pack. Chase Elliott passed a lot. SVG had a good run. So I can't say it was a snoozer. There was always something going on. Was it maybe as, jam-packed with action as we thought the rest of the race would be after that first stage? No, but I won't say it's a snoozer personally. But this race was 150 laps for an hour, 50 minutes, 48 seconds, 12 lead changes among 4 leaders and 6 caution flags. Christopher Bell wins this race. Following him is Cole Custer. Hey, Sheldon Creed didn't finish 2nd. He finished 3rd. Chase Elliott 4th. 5th is Sammy Smith. Then Jesse Love in the 6th spot, SVG 7th, Chandler Smith 8th, 9th Austin Hill, Allgaier finishing out the top 10, Joe Graff Jr. getting an 11th place run, Ross Chastain. I don't know if many of you knew, but Chastain was in this race in 12th. 13th is Kligerman, Carson Quaffle in the 14th spot. Noah Gragson rounds out the top 15. Then Josh Williams, Jeb Burton, Ryan Sieg, Matt DiBenedetto, and Brennan Poole finish out the top 20. After that, the rest in the lead lap through 26th are Ryan Ellis in 21st, 22nd, Kyle Sieg, Leland Honeyman in the 23rd spot. I actually make sure that I put his name in the post-race results because it was a very hectic. It did put it. Thank God. We'll have that above after we get through this part. David Starr in the 24th spot. And 25th, Corey Heim. 26th, Anthony Alfredo. That is your lead lap finishers. After that, a lap down, 3 of those. AJ Allmendinger, 27th. Sam Mayer, 28th. Greg Van Alst in 29th. 2 down for Garrett Smithley in 30th. 4 down for Clements in 31st. And Brandon Jones in 32nd. Chad Fincham, 8 laps down after a great stage finish today. 33rd position. 17 down for Blaine Perkins in 34th, 35th, Riley Herbst minus 21. Parker Retzlaff didn't stand a chance. Lap 1 issues brings him to a 25 lap down finish in 36th. And then 2 guys out of this race, Kyle Weatherman in 37th and Joey Logano in 38th position. So those are that is your finishing order for this race. Let's put the results up top. I look like I'm like in heaven right now. I have like a halo behind me. And it's just welcome to the eternal bliss of a post-race stream. But let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about Sheldon Creed. That's I think the big talking point of this. Your weekly AM Racing L. Yeah. But let's talk about it here. Sheldon Creed was well on his way to victory if this runs to regulation. He also... I think that he ran the best race at the end. He saved his stuff. He ran down Christopher Bell and fairly cleanly passed him. And in all honesty, should have probably got the win in this race. It's depressing, I'll say that, to see another race just slide right out of his grasp. At some point, you got to think he's going to get a win. We're going to unpin this message and we're going to put a poll up because I put a prediction that he wouldn't win this year on NWP. So will Creed win in 2024? That's the poll I'm putting up. Yes or no question. Will Creed win by the end of this season? Because this dude just seems to find ways out of his control almost every time anymore not to win these races. He is, if you converted half of the second place finishes, you'd have 5 or 6 wins on his end. And for an Xfinity driver, with how short a lot of them stay in this series anymore, that is an absolute win of a career in the Xfinity series. And the crazy thing is like he has that speed. We've seen it through the year. And we've seen it multiple times through multiple years that he has the speed to compete. But I don't blame you guys. I'm looking at the voting and it's damn near 50-50. I don't blame you. I don't know what the guy has to do. If he has to do a rain dance, if he has to sacrifice someone to the gods, I don't know what it has to be at this point. But it just seems like the racing gods are just out to get him. The dude cannot catch a break and it sucks because I want to see him run well. I really want to see Sheldon Creed run well and get some wins. I think he's a hell of a driver. It's just something about getting over the hump. And I know other drivers have had this issue before. Maybe he pulls off a Daniel Hemrick and he wins a championship and it's his only race win. Maybe that's how he does it. I don't know what he has to do though. Sorry. I don't know why, but my voice has been a little under the weather and I've been trying to hold it off. And for some reason it's like that. By the way, click that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We do this after every Truck, Xfinity, and Cup race. A couple weeks, we'll be live at Kansas Speedway doing it after the race. I'll be up in the grandstands probably doing each race. So just letting you know that in advance. But we do this after every race, no matter where in the country we're at, no matter what race it is. I love doing this. Damn. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but there's 400 people, it says. What about ARCA? No. Apologies. I'm not going to be doing ARCA post race. I think it's a glitch. But a lot of you guys coming on in here. I appreciate it. On a Saturday afternoon, Iceberg IRL stream. Yeah, close enough. Let's talk about this race a little bit. So Christopher Bell won from the pole. That does not tell at all the whole story. A lot of people are going to look back on this race in a couple of years probably and be like, oh, that must have been a boring race. Christopher Bell, led all these laps and ended up winning from the pole. And he was good early on, but it's not the whole story. He was highly contested through this race. Parker Retzlaff, lap 1 is slow, off the pace. Car just didn't go. No, a lot of people were saying it's Richard Childress coming out in revenge for not helping Kyle Busch by either dropping to the back of the pack or crashing the field at Daytona. Stupid arguments, by the way. I saw so many people trying to make arguments because it's Kyle Busch of why Parker Retzlaff needed to completely tank his race. Just absolutely mind-numbingly stupid comments. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying the people doing it, if you're in there, are stupid. I'm saying your comment of it, your idea that somebody has to give up a shot at a win is inherently stupid. Same with Chevy, stupid mentality. He should not get in trouble. But yeah, some people are like, oh man, Richard Childress coming out to get him. It's like that character in Phantom Menace that sabotaged Anakin. I think it was started with an S. I can't remember his name. Let me know in the chat if you remember his name. But damn. Tough break for Retzlaff.
only gets a 36th place finish out of it. But I mean, that lap 1 was just indicative of what we were happening to see. I mean, we're gonna have so many early Sebulba. That's who it is. Sebulba. Okay, thank you. It's been a while. Anyway, that wasn't it. He was stopped in the pits, brought out the first caution on lap 5. We get a restart with Bell getting clear again. Logano blows an engine. At this time, Herbst gets in the wall with no caution. Alfredo's in the wall. It's just calamity. I feel like that scene in I think it's Ghostbusters, where it's like cats and dogs living together. It's just crazy, man. Absolutely crazy start to this race. And at that point, I'm thinking like, oh man, we're gonna get like an all-timer kind of finish. And I won't say we were gonna have an all-timer before the caution, which was a real valid caution. But we were definitely gonna get a great finish and a great story out of it. And I saw a lot of people pretty bummed, to say the least. But after all of that, we still keep racing. Mayer passes Bell for the lead around lap 28. We get a real debris caution, by the way, not BS debris, real debris. And from there, Mayer looks like the guy to beat. He has a really fast car. He's gotten out past Bell. Man's just looking good out there. Uh-oh. It's all right. I'm trying to fix it. Damn it. The internet's messing up. All right, it should be working. Internet's going to potato quality, and it's going down. And let me know if you can get me back. Yeah. If I'm back, just let me know. And that's all we get. Let's see. Oh, I'm back. Cool. We're really throwing it back. We're just getting potato quality everything. We're good? All right, let's keep it going. Anyway. All right. I think it's getting better. Comeback of the century. We got it. Awesome. We're just going to keep powering through. But yeah, Mayer has a tire go down, spins, and they don't throw the caution. Credit to them, but that pretty much hands stage 1 to Bell, then Hill, AJ Allmendinger, Kligerman, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith's actually 6th behind Creed. Then Sammy Smith 6th. 7th is Allgaier, Fincham. Chad Fincham with fresh tires on that run has a good 8th place run. Then Custer and Chandler Smith. All right, cool. So some of you got me, some of you don't. We need Xfinity 100G. That's right. We did have a Jones crash right at the end. SVG kind of got into him after he got loose, which really was kind of a bummer because there was a great battle going on between Bell and Hill for the stage win that didn't end up coming to fruition. Maybe it is. Yeah, Chad Fincham got a top 10 in stage 2. From there, it does slow down the rest of the race until we get to the end. Stage 2, we get the 2018 restart, and Creed passes Bell. Of course, then Weatherman goes in the wall, and you're thinking it's going to be a continuation of it all. But it's just another battle between Creed and Bell on the next restart, where Creed gets the lead for a bit, then Bell takes it back away. But Creed definitely had the better long-run car. I will say that. He definitely had a better long-run car. And with that, takes it on to his first stage victory, which is shocking to me. Bell in 2nd. 3rd is Allmendinger. Then the 8 of Sammy Smith, Allgaier, Custer, Hill, Kligerman, Gregson, and Chase Elliott, the top 10. Again, Elliott, for the most part, he was MIA when it came to guys running up front. We get in the final stage. It's them again, 20 this time. Bell gets the lead. And it's really sets up for that
battle between the 20 and the 18. 18 kind of falls back through the pack, has some trash on the grill at one point, gets behind Hill, goes back to third, charges up from about 4.5 seconds back to about 15 to go. He's tracking him down 1.7. Then the next lap's 1.5, 1.3, a little back and forth. By 10 to go, he's caught him. Bell gets in the wall. He forces him into a mistake. 9 to go, Creed leads. But AJ Allmendinger, after getting in the 0-0 with 5 to go, gets some damage, is slowed, then has, I believe, a flat tire, hard hit in the wall, real caution. NASCAR has to throw it. Everybody pits, and the 18 crew just absolutely sells the race. From there, it's a battle between the 20 and the 0-0. I thought Creed was still going to get it because the 0-0 got into like the back of Bell, and they saved it, stayed 1-2, finished 1-2. I can't believe they saved that, but they did. But overall, I thought about a 7 out of 10 race. Good race overall. Just probably not the finish that all of us wanted out of it. I think a lot more people would probably vote 7, 8, and 9 had we got a good finish out of it. But that's Darlington for you. 50. By the way, 60-40 is a split. Yes, that Creed will get a win this year. Running out of time to do it, but it's rough. It's just rough for those who would be Creed fans. But yeah, they saved it like pros. Like, oh, that's mean. But that does apologize if you're like waiting for the super long stream, but that race, it did slow down. There was not really much noteworthy necessarily other than just pretty decent racing. But we're going to end it. All right. I apologize for the bad quality of internet today. I don't know what's going on because usually it's pretty good. But thanks for coming on out, and I'll see you tomorrow on better internet.